So welcome back to my channel. This is Gamer Dom, and this is one of my subscriber replays. This is Fail Bunny QQ. Sends in some interesting replays from time to time, and this one's no different. He's in the American Tier 8 Premium, supposedly medium Tier 8 tank, the Super Pershing, the T26E4. I say supposedly medium because, as anybody knows who's been around this game any length of time, this thing plays much more like a heavy tank and drives like a heavy tank. Now, I'm a bit critical of the matchmaking changes under 918, and part of the reason for that is it's largely scuppered. I was going to say something worse there. A lot of the preferential matchmaking tanks. So preferential matchmaking in the past, if you're in a tier 8 preferential matchmaking tank, you would only see a maximum of tier 9s, and the way the matchmaking used to work, you never really saw many, rarely saw many. More often than not, you were in a match up with a load of 7s and maybe even some 6s, and it just seems to me since the patch came in, every time I roll out in a preferential matchmaking tank like this, I get in a match up like he's got here on the Paris map with 5 tier 9s and everything else tier 10s. Now, the good thing about the Super Pershing is it's had a lot of buffing recently. Its penetration's gone up, it's got very solid armour, and it can cope. So unlike something like the KV5, which was one of my favourite tanks, which just is a sorry excuse for itself now, and every time I take it out I just get wrecked. Because this thing can just about deal with something like a Defender or a VK100-01P like there is there, but a KV1 just can't. Anyway, enough kerfuffle. We're on the Paris map, as I said. It's a tier 9 match, as I said. He's taking a very aggressive position. Look at that bounce to shell from the ST1. Actually, it was an HE shell. What the hell? What the hell was that clown firing HE for? You can see he's aiming for Cupola, misses that's another HE shell. What is this clown doing? Now the ST1 is one of the more effective armor-wise heavy tanks in the game. It just is. Oh, and now he's changed to AP and he's bounced on that too, so they'll probably go back to HE in a minute. He obviously doesn't know what to do. The ST1 has a really good, unlucky, has a really good frontal armor. Yep, back to HE. And clearly doesn't know where to shoot a Super Pershing. Why have you got a tier 9 tank, mate, if you have no idea where to shoot a Super Pershing? Anyway, Bunny is just seeing the opportunity to put a shell into the Panther. He's realised that the ST1 has no idea what to do, and so he's just going to keep pushing, because if all he's going to do is keep firing HE at us, that's a good exchange. We can put shells under his lower plate and do damage. Well, I say that, then it didn't damage. Oh, and he just bounced a shot from the VK. That's a different proposition. Look at the bouncing he's doing. He's managed to track. Did he track the VK? I think he did. He's decided to get out of here. I don't blame him at all. He's a little isolated. He doesn't really want to take on 3 tanks at once. That ST1 still doesn't know where to shoot him. Oh my word. What the heck? He's bounced 1,000 damage, and it's... Oh, here we go. There's the big boy. Puts a shot under the VK's lower plate. The VK's a slow reloader, and he thought about poking back out. ST1 is true to form, manages to bounce another shell. Can we put one under his lower plate? Yes, we can. Look at this donkey. He's just sitting there. Can I fight people like this, please? I mean, Bunny's doing a great job. He's not giving him much to shoot at. He's keeping moving. He's creating problems for them. But the guy just is firing HE at him. And Bunny clearly knows exactly where to shoot him. He's firing the lower plate on the ST1, the Cupola on the VK, or the lower plate of the VK, and he's done 1,400 damage. And he's fighting 2, big tier 8 and a tier 9 tank here, heavy tank, and he's in a medium. He's now resorting to a bit of premium. Oh, they're both looking at him. Team's losing though, 4-8. But he's holding... Oh, they pulled back! He's pushed them back. I don't believe it. Here comes the Panther, rushing in on the Type 4 Heavy. He realises he's got to help the Type 4 out. Oh, yes, nicely done. And what else? We've got some company as well. Keep the Panther track there, keep hitting him. Objects decided to commit Harry-Carry, drive out in front of a VK and ST1. Good plan. 1-1-10. 1-1-10? A 1-10. Next victim. It's just a... They're just... It's like they're scared of the VK. It's like they're scared of the Super Pershing. Nobody wants to take him on. He's so good. It's brilliant. And he can just shoot. This 110 is just history. I mean, look at him. He's shooting him in the rear wheel, doing damage and giving him damage. Blimey, he's bounced another shot from the... Oh, the VK's resorted to HE now. Oh, for goodness sake, guys. Just learn where you need to hit somebody. Ah, but that's a bit more tricky. As an... Oh, no. Oh, no, SD1. What the hell? You see that SD1? He's... Oh my lordy, he's he's got so fed up shooting HE, he's decided to commit suicide instead. Oh my lord, that is just priceless. The VK comes around the corner and resorts to firing HE. The ST1 decides to try and... I don't know what he was doing. Was he trying to cliff dive onto him? I think he was, and missed entirely. And that was a good night to him. I mean, what that guy is doing driving a Tier 9 heavy tank, I have no idea. But I suggest you go back to Tier 3. It's probably more suitable. Ah, oh, geez, look at that. And there we go. We're going to work on another Tier 9. We're just owning Tier 9s here. He's got 4 kills. He's done 3,700 damage. He's blocked 2,000. And look at it. It's just a masterclass in taking down heavier tanks. Higher tier tanks. He's just working these guys over. He's making them look stupid. Mind you, they're making themselves look pretty stupid. He's got the help of this Type 4 Heavy, which is good. And the two work really well together because the Type 4 obviously has a big arse gun, very slow loading. Whereas... Oh, they've just been hit by RT. Whereas the Super Pershing is a much quicker firing gun. So... I must admit that was so intense there I didn't even notice what was going on in the wider game, but it's 13 plays 12, so there is only enemy artillery left. Fell Bunny has had a monstrously good game. 4 kills, 4,000 damage, 2 dogs barking. Shut up, dog. 2,000 blocked. Ah, jeez, wow, that was just intense. And look, guys, if you ever come up against a Super Pershing, sorry all Super Pershing drivers out there, there's 2 places you hit it in the front, right? And you'll pen it pretty much every time. One is those rangefinder sort of tubes on the front of the turret. That's a weak spot. And the other is a machine gun port in the hull, in the front. And if you shoot that, you generally go through if you hit it right. So what those guys were doing, I have no idea, but whatever, it made it entertaining. And then the cliff dive from the ST1 was just monumental. And to make it worse for the poor guy, he lands on his side and he's just like it's like some sort of demented turtle stuck, not knowing what to do. Even the dog thought it was funny. So he's formed an impromptu platoon because he realised he can get brothers in arms. Don't think he can get crucial contribution. And there's the final artillery. Takes a splash hit, but as long as he wasn't directly shot, he wasn't going to die there. Can he finish him off for the final kill? Yes, he can. Really nicely played. Beautiful game. GG. America, fuck yeah. Yeah. Well, if Germans and Russians are going to throw themselves at your feet, literally in the case of the Russians, you're going to have a game like that, aren't you? I mean, that was just monumentally stupid by those two guys driving a really powerful tier 8 and a really strong tier 9. and just didn't seem to know what the hell they were doing. But Fel Bunny's not going to argue. He's going to say, thank you very much, I'll take everything you give me. And boy did they give him a lot. And he got an ace tanker out of that. He got Bruiser, he got Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Shell Proof, and of course High Caliber. Finished up, unsurprisingly, top of the team on base XP. Let me just rank that properly. There we go. 4,687 damage, 5 kills, 1,728 base XP. Absolute beautiful. This Type 4 Heavy and him just absolutely owned that corner. Between them, 9 kills. Very nice. And he got 4,000 damage in the Type 4 Heavy, but that's a tier 9 Heavy. Fail used, I shouldn't say Fail, Bunny used 34 shots. He hit with 32 of them, so good ratio of hits. Only 22 penned, but he was up against some pretty heavy tanks there for that 4,600 damage. He took a whacking 18 shots, 8 of which penned and 10 of which didn't, for 2,140. And those 8 shots that penned, it's deceptive because it says pens even if you get hit by HE, and a lot of those shells were HE, which didn't actually pen him, they just did a little bit of damage on the outside. And he got 926 assistance damage, even though he fired a little bit of premium, not much. 142,812 credits, absolutely fantastic, and 122,000 profit. 122,000 profit. That's why you like your premiums. It was his ×2 for the day. He also got a bonus for being in the premium, so that gave him 5,443 experience. Monumental. As I said in the commentary, I don't like to recommend tanks because everybody's play style is different and what they're good in and what they like is different. But if I was to say to anybody, if someone asked me, what was if I could get one premium, tier 8 premium as my first one, if you like, I'm only going to buy one, what should I get? And I'm a relatively new player. Super Pershing. Super Pershing is just an all-round good tank. Good armor, pretty good gun, especially now it's been buffed, and you only ever see tier 9s. That's a good combination in my book, and as you saw there, if you do a lot of damage you generate a lot of credits because it's cheap to run. Any rolled up, hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Please, please, please. Lots of new visitors lately, so appreciate everyone who's joined the channel and is watching these videos, and I hope you're enjoying it. Any thoughts, any feedback, please do just let me know. I don't know everything. This channel has started just purely as me having a bit of a laugh and showing off sort of not such fantastic players and how we play, because so many channels out there are based around super unicums and super unicum play, and the reality is most of us are never going to be that good. So this is a place for us less gooders out there to show off our skills. That's my excuse. Anyway, if you got a recording or a game you want me to share on the channel, it doesn't have to be an ace tanker, but something that's exciting or fun or just entertaining generally, upload it to the WOT replay site, send the link to my email address, which is gamerdom13@gmail.com. I don't want the whole file, please just send me the link to where it is on WOT replay, and I will take a look. I look at all the videos people send in, and if I think it's going to be fun and entertaining, or frankly I need a video to go up, I'll record it and stick it up. So thanks for sending that one in, Bunny, really appreciate it. Thanks for continuing support on the channel. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it. As I say, in the meantime, have fun, try not to take it too seriously. It is just a damn game. Hard to forget that really sometimes, isn't it? In the meantime, I'll see you again soon. This is GamerDom signing out.